You whimper your way home with your tail tucked between your legs. It's a long walk, one that makes you miss having a bus, but you're too muddled up to remember where you locked your bike. You poor little thing. But it's all right. Tomorrow will be a new day to waste, and you are, oh, so tired. The upside of having your own place? You stumble up the stairs and through the door and collapse face first on the couch. And there's no one there to try to make conversation with you, or to offer unwanted sympathy, or to tell you that you need to do the dishes. God, Morris, where have you been? No one to hear third hand what you said to Macy. No one to judge you for it. The downside? The place smells stale, uninhabited. A no man's land that you're stranded in before you retreat back to where you really belong. Oh, and there's a trail of ants swarming from the back walls of your bin. You stare at them in mute, uninteresting horror for 30 seconds. And then you launch yourself to your feet in a pointless display of disgust and begin futilely whacking at them with a mop. I could narrate at length how they crawl up your legs, how they swarm the kitchen in fury at your inept attempts at eviction. But that sounds unpleasant for everyone. So let's just skip to the part where you finally decide to remove the source of the problem and to take the overflowing bin out. You drag yourself out to the shop to pick up traps and liberally litter your kitchen with the poison, before retreating, defeated, back to your little and mostly free square of a living room. You should cook, probably. Eat something vaguely healthy before you curl up into a ball and wish the day away. But the kitchen belongs to the ants right now, and you fear doing anything that might make them take interest in the rest of the apartment. And though the flesh is hungry, the spirit lacks the mental or moral fortitude to face the world once again in search of takeout. And thus you ignore the growing complaints of your stomach and instead go into your bathroom. You brush the fuzziness from your yellowing teeth and shamefacedly floss. Your gum bleeds a little, but it's probably fine. Like Macy said, dental hygiene hasn't exactly been a priority recently. And if it isn't, you'll deal with it post-qual. It can go on the list to renewing your lease and calling your mother and getting a new eye test, add check for gum disease. And then off to bed with you, after carefully ensuring that your bedroom remains clear of ants, and taking anything that might have at any point touched food down to the bins outside. You lie there, bundled up like a fetus, and flee the waking world. You dream. At first, you dream of yourself, refracted over and over again in an infinitude of mirrors. Your reflections turn left, turn right, succeed and fail, are loved, are hated, are alone. But you fall through them, head over heels, over and over until you're in your office, staring at the chalkboard. Alright, can you explain what a spectral sequence is in the context of a filtered chain complex, and what does E squared represent in a SAS spectral sequence? Your advisor's voice. You spin around, but there's no one there. Disappointing, she says. But we'll continue. State the Lefschetz fixed point theorem, and can you use it to prove that every map from CP to N to itself has a fixed point? Hold on, I know what this one is. I've got a compact space and map from it to itself. A continuous map, then it's got a fixed point if the Lefschetz number is not 0, hopeless. Classify all compact connected Lie groups of dimension 8. For each, compute pi2g, and decompose little g tensor little g into irreps. Hang on, that's not fair, there's SU3s in there. I need to do Kleptocordon. That's you chose to do Lie groups. You set the syllabus. You want to be here, don't you, Morris? Of course I want to be here, but that'd take hours. That's not a fair question. You look around frantically, but she's not in here. She's never been in here. She sighs with the disappointment that you just know everyone feels towards you. You can try to learn it, Morris, but you're missing the point. It's about aptitude, innate talent, instinct, everything that you lack. Even if I were to take pity on you and let you pass this exam, you still wouldn't be qualified, because you're just wired wrong. Fundamentally, immutably. I'm trying, you say. Beg. Up on your hind legs with your ears pressed back, desperate to be told you're a good boy, really. But she just snores derisively. Trying might have got you here, but trying isn't enough anymore. It's not enough to want to be good enough. You have to actually be good enough. And you aren't, Morris. You aren't going to change. No, I am, I promise. But she's gone. You know it, somewhere deep within your bones, that she hasn't stayed to hear you plead. You run to the door, but the handle won't turn. You can't open it. And when you try to force it, it just breaks off in your hands. Rusted, twisted, useless. You were supposed to be the funny one, the hard-working one, the one who's spinning too many plates but somehow manages to keep from dropping any. Look at you now, curled up against your office door. Moment of truth, and there's nowhere left to hide. How does it feel? Another voice. Macy's. Being the one that everyone judges. I'm trying. You tell the floor. She says. We're all here to help you, Morris. Don't waste your pity on him. Come on, Mace. Annie. Wait. You cry out, but they're gone too, and you're all alone in your empty, windowless office. You peel yourself off the floor and stand staring at the board. That final, wretched question, that unfair, impossible question is written on it. You grab a piece of chalk and hurl it at it. It shatters on impact. But the question remains, unmarred and accusatory. And then you sink onto the couch with your head in your hands. Despair. The portrait of man, defeated. It's not fair, you say, futilely. No. Something agrees with you, something behind you, something long-fingered that hooks under your chin, that tilts your head back. Your skin withers and dries where it touches you, where it breathes, your hair grows brittle and splits and snaps. It isn't. What the fuck are you? You try to jerk out of its grip, to stand, but its fingers tighten around your throat and pin you in place. I am here to help. It wraps itself around you, traps your arms and legs, fixes you to the couch. Its hand remains at your neck and holds your head there, trapped, staring at the board. No, you say, and thrash. But you're held far too tightly for that. It says, shh, shh. And it increases the pressure even as you spasm and fight, until your vision spots and your limbs go limp. Only then does it ease off enough for you to breathe, though you're still pinned. You try to turn your head, try to see what this thing is, but you can't move. It shifts in your peripheral vision, chalk dust white that refuses to come into focus. It's all going to be okay, Morris. You're not alone in this anymore. You just have to make a choice. You just have to ask for help. A. Wake up. B. Ask for help.